You're listening to 97.7 FM, and you're also watching us over Facebook, over YouTube. So we want to welcome everyone that's either listening to us or watching us. So I've got a really, really cool interview today, of course, under Cityscape, featuring Film in Valleywood episode. So we've got the folks from Cinesurge. We've got Will and Christina. So let's welcome them.
How you doing? I'm Will.
Want to send a shout out to the ladies behind the board back there. So, I want y'all to come out here in front of the cameras, just kind of say hi. It's like the unsung heroes. We never get to see them out in front. So just kind of say hi. There we go. Okay. They're out here helping us out. So thank you very much. Okay. So now, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, I ran into you folks at an event, and so I started talking to you and I said, we've got to bring these folks into the radio station. We've got to let folks know what they're doing. Their product is it's amazing. So I'm just going to shut up and I'm going to let you guys tell me all about. So tell me, who wants to go first? Tell me about Cinesurge. What is it?
Okay, well, Cinesurge was started. We started working on it about 6 months ago. It was Christina's idea. A little backstory: we have a combined total of about 25 years of filmmaking experience, and we've gone through the ups and downs. We've made movies. We've struggled with trying to find distribution. Struggled to get our movies seen. Our movies we've always put our movies up either on Amazon or on YouTube or stuff like that, and we've even premiered our movies like at Casino Ray or the Border Theater in a Mission. But we've always felt like a kinship with independent filmmakers because we were there, and we've met so many filmmakers who had so many films that they've done that have struggled to get distribution. So Christina came up with the idea that we should have a streaming service dedicated specifically for indie filmmakers and their films. So what Cinesurge is, it's a curated space for independent filmmakers and their movies, whether it be feature films, whether it be shorts, whether it be music videos, whether it be series, limited series, comedy, drama, horror, action, whatever. We have Cinesurge is a space specifically for the independent filmmakers who have yet to get that distribution deal. And what we want to do is we want to give them a platform, we want to give them a voice, we want to make them seen, and hopefully give them that platform that they need in order to get that distribution. Hopefully we'll get that distribution and they can jump off of ours, get that exclusive deal, and get on get on Netflix or Prime or whatever. Like we want to be that first stepping stone to get seen.
Yeah, and I think that it's very important to note that in a time right now in technology, social media, the economy, it's very easy to get monetized if you go viral. Okay. Mm-hmm. And not knocking that hustle. It's amazing. And there's a space for it, obviously. But it's extremely important to curate the artist. I think that right now, more than ever, it's a huge part of the revolution to continue sticking to your artistic roots, staying productive, staying true to your heart. I think that's very important. And that's been my personal driving force.
So, if I get this straight, it's basically a Netflix for independent filmmakers who don't have a studio that they're signed to, or who don't have already a distribution. And distribution is probably one of the hardest things to do in film, in filmmaking.
Absolutely.
So you make your work of art, and then what? How are you showing it? How is it being distributed? And who knows that? There's very few people in this industry that actually know what distribution is. So you guys come in and you help out the filmmaker and kind of bridge that gap.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think now another very important thing is that we can sniff out the middlemen. Okay. Back then they were sales agents. Now we're talking about film aggregators, the Bitmax, the film hubs, and the people that charge you hasta los pantalones, like they say, to get you just pitched to distribution companies. They are still not yet a distributor. They're just the middleman, charging you up the wazoo. I'm talking about at least $1,000 just to pitch you 5 times to a distributor. And this cuts all of that fat right out.
Yeah.
So, and we were talking a little bit before the show started, and I was getting excited, but so let's say I'm an independent filmmaker, right? I've got my feature film or my documentary or my short film as well, right? Or my music video.
Yeah.
And so I want to get it distributed. And so I come to you and I asked, so what's my fee for getting my film onto your platform? And you answered
$0 to submit. Sorry,
Zero.
it's in our commercial. I can't resist. But yeah, it's $0 to submit.
$0. There's no charge whatsoever. The way we have it set up is you send your film, your short, your video, whatever you have, you send it to us. We get it on our platform as soon as possible. You link up your Buy Me a Coffee, your Patreon, your PayPal, whatever you have, and whatever goes into that, that's connected directly to your bank account. It doesn't go to us. We have nothing to do with that. Our money comes from, we do charge $4.99 per month to subscribe, and you get access to everything. It's just a one tier. You get access to all the films and everything. As far as the artists are concerned, depending on how many people they have coming to see their thing and clicking on that thing to give them $1, give them $2, you don't need the algorithm. The algorithm is there so that somebody eating a sandwich in their car can get 5.5 million views and start getting paid, right? But this person who spends 6 months filming a movie, editing it, and then putting it out there only gets a couple hundred views. They don't get anything. So if those couple hundred views chip in $1 or chip in, whatever it takes, whatever they ask for, that's $200, for them. And they keep all of that, that's the way we're set up.
And see, it's very multifaceted. Obviously, we've been sitting down cultivating this and making sure that the execution's just right. But when I say it's multifaceted, I mean that we have that aspect. But instead of people going directly to YouTube, not knocking YouTube, it exists and it's $1 billion industry for a reason. However, it's very important that creatives don't just throw their content into the abyss on YouTube, because it is going to get lost, and it's not fair. It's not fair to the artist who auditioned. It's not fair to the artist who sat down and wrote those 97 pages in a month, practically unheard of. It's not fair to the investors even.
And spent all that money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So instead of pitching there first, throwing their stuff on there, Cinesurge is your first stop and your guaranteed monetization.
Now, you mentioned something that was really, really interesting as well. You said you want to be the stepping stone. So say I'm an independent filmmaker. I've got my movie distributing on your platforms, and then just by great fortune or luck, I want to distribute it on another platform. Are we going to be tied down to Cinesurge, or you guys are open to letting us go?
No, we don't make the artist sign a contract of exclusivity with Cinesurge. We never do that because we don't want to hold anybody back. Our goal is to make sure that they get the next step. If for some reason they get a distribution deal, awesome. And if that distribution deal makes it to where they have to take their movie off of our platform, even better. That's awesome. That's great for them. That's what we want.
That's considered a success story for us.
Yeah.
Really.
And we want to be able to give people that freedom, because a lot of times, and this is something that not a lot of people talk about, you'll put your movie on Tubi or something, and you have to sign a contract. You have to sign a 6-month contract. Okay. You have to have a certain number of views before you start getting paid, even on Tubi, right? And you have to have it for 6 months. Let's just say Netflix comes around and says, we want to buy your movie. Well, we got to wait for 6 months. Netflix is not going to wait 6 months to sign you up. With Cinesurge, if you sign up and 3 days later they come to you and say, hey, we want your movie, but we don't want it anywhere else, let us know. They take the movie off. Awesome, go good. Vaya con Dios. Like, congratulations, man. We'll buy you a cake and
Can I get a quote from you first, though?
Yeah.
Just saying thank you.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah, no, like that's going to be our success story, and we're going to advertise all of our success stories, saying, hey, they were on CineSearch for a month, they were on CineSearch for 2 months, they got distribution. It's a success story.
Yeah.
So like a college professor that their student goes on bigger and better things. Like we're proud. We're proud that we were able to help them out with that.
This is great. And when you get huge, not if, but when you guys do that, keep that desire to help the little guy, help the independent filmmaker, because like you were mentioning right now, I'm sure that Hulu and Tubi and all those started off wanting to help out the artists, and then money came across and they got ready. But it sounds like you're doing it out of a passion, and being local. Being independent filmmakers yourselves, the struggle, and so you're bridging that gap that's a very much needed gap to be filled, and so thank you for doing that, and on behalf of independent filmmakers all over, it's amazing. And one thing I like is that you're getting stuff internationally as well, right, all over the world.
Yes.
All over the world. Yeah, we got films from ranging from LA to the UK to Bosnia, even Bosnia. It's crazy when you, like, we're in our little bubble, right? Like, we're in our little bubble of independent filmmakers of our experiences, and then you hear from somebody in Bosnia that's like, like we have our own little thing here where you can only make a certain type of movie or something like that, or you can only do certain things here. Like, we don't have the freedom that you guys have, and then they're like, this is like the only way that we can get our movie out is to put it on YouTube. We don't have theaters, or we don't have this, like it's very, I feel very proud that we're able to do that, even to people that like we would never meet in any other situation, so
Made me cry, dude.
Yeah,
certainly. So I'm ready to sign up as a viewer. Where do I go?
That's October 1st.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got to wait till October 1st. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. So you go to cinesearch.tv. It's the same for if you're an artist that wants to send your movie in. You go to cinesearch.tv. There's a little link that you can click on there, and it walks you through all that. And as far as the audience is concerned, October 1st, sign up, $3.99 a month. Right now, we have no plans of raising that. We just want to keep it as low as possible. On that side, I want to bring up that we want, as much as we want to make it independent filmmakers, we want them to come over to us in order to show their stuff. We wanted to make it to where CineSearch is kind of like a midnight theater, where you go to Austin and like they have midnight showing every weekday night. They have a midnight showing of a different independent art house film. We want people to be able to go to CineSearch and have like an art house night, like of independent films that you can't find anywhere else. And people are going to be able to do that starting October 1st, where you'll be able to see all these movies that you wouldn't be able to, not even if you do a search on YouTube, you won't be able to find that movie.
Pretty much. There's stuff from the Cinesol Film Festival from, the early 2000s, back when we were involved.
Yeah.
Very telling of my
90s.
age.
Yeah.
But there's content from way back then that I wish we could watch, and that's the type of stuff that we want to show our audiences. Personally, I grew up around the Crest Theater in Fresno, California. It was in my family. My family purchased it from Mel Brooks. And so I grew up around that type of environment and that wonder of the art house theater. Yeah, sure, they had some mainstream films, but they had a lot of the classic cinema from Mexico, classic American cinema as well. And it was just always this ethereal vibe. Always dug it. And, that you have the intros to the HBO from the 80s, intros of Showtime from the 80s. I don't know if you're familiar. But all of those ethereal butterfly type feelings that I still watch when I see the intro, man, that is exactly what we are trying to get to our audiences, and for inexpensive. Okay, inexpensive. I hate to use the word cheap, but inexpensive. I want for even our most frugal people that unfortunately are going to be struggling economically or are struggling economically, can get away at least for a Saturday night, you know.
Yeah. So it's September. What's the last day of September? The 28th. It's 28th. I don't know.
September
I've known the
30th.
Okay, 30th. So it's September 30th at 11:59. You guys go on right at 12 midnight.
I'm going to be there
1st.
like a hawk.
That's
like
the plan.
yeah, I'm ready to go.
What if we come here to the studio and we're here at 11:59, and we just launch it? From here we just we're waiting.
Goodness.
We're live. We're inviting folks to sign up and say, okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. They're on live. So let me know.
Yeah. Oh my
we'll
goodness.
have a little party here or something.
Yeah.
We'll bring a cake here. Invite other filmmakers to come up.
Wow.
Those that are going to have their films. We can even preview it here and say, oh, check this out. We're up. Hey, I'll just watch this movie. We kind of go through the menu or something.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Just show it.
Absolutely. We've had a couple of local filmmakers that have submitted some work, and a couple of other hush hush projects that are in the works that will be Cinesurge exclusives. So I would love to have a couple of people featured here.
Cool. Excellent. So we'll plan that, guys. All right.
Cool.
Thank you.
Okay. I know that there's a lot that, to talk about here. What is it? Anything else that I might have not mentioned that you guys wanted to talk about or mention?
I kind of wanted to elaborate a little more on the viewer's experience. We do plan in the future of having live watch-alongs.
Yes.
We plan on having premieres with watch-alongs with the filmmakers, the actual filmmakers, and having premieres and having filmmakers that jump on and watch the movie and then have Q&As afterwards. We plan on having all this stuff. We really want to have an all-inclusive feeling with Cinesurge. We want the people to be able to reach out and speak with the filmmakers. We want people to reach out and say, hey, this movie touched me in a way that a movie hasn't been done before. It really hit me right here, right? And we want to have that, and we're going to work so hard to try to make it that kind of app, that kind of experience. Man, we want it to be an all-inclusive, no more walls between the filmmaker and the audience.
And that's one of our things, man.
No more
we are
walls.
Anti-gatekeeper.
Yeah. We just want everybody to go in there and enjoy it, enjoy filmmaking, enjoy film watching, because that's what we love. We love, I grew up watching movies, man. I saw RoboCop in the theater in 1988, right? I've been a movie fan since as long as I could remember, right? And then when I got the chance to make films, that was even better, man. I fell in love with it. That was my passion for a long time. And then for a long time, I lost it. I lost it because it was so hard to stay with it, because you go through the motions, you work so hard, you spend so much money, sleepless nights, editing, putting together the music, putting together the little box so that you can say, hey, can you see our movie and see if you can, I don't know, put it in a theater or something. We took a road trip to California just to put our movie in a theater. Right? Us, both of us,
literally
solo, we had the movie on a DVD driving across country just to put it in a movie theater. Why? Because nobody wanted to give us the time of day. And we knew we had something, and we did have something. We did, because when we did show that movie at a movie theater next to an Angelina Jolie movie, guess what? We beat it.
Yeah, we did.
Beat it for
we
one
scored
day.
Better in the newspaper.
We made more money than that Angelina Jolie movie that had been out for 2 weeks. We made more money in one day. Which, in the big scheme of things, is not a big deal. But to us, to somebody who's struggling and to wanting to be noticed and wanting to show their passion and hard-earned thing, that's one of the biggest. That's a rocky moment, dude. We didn't win the fight, but we won the distance. So, and that's what we want to give people, man. We want to give that to people. Without having to go through all the struggle. No, you don't have to go through the struggle in order to enjoy the success.
Now we've talked to Cinesurge, the business entity, the organization that is going to help the independent filmmakers. Now I want to talk to the independent artists, the independent filmmakers that are sitting with me here in the studio. Tell me about some of your projects. Tell me about some of your accomplishments. Some of the things that you just want to share with our audience. Who wants to go first?
I'll put you on the spot.
Good golly. All right, thank you. Well, I started out as an actress. That was my thing. Yes, me, the one who's like all shy over here. But I started off as an actress. I went to Los Angeles. I attended the Stella Adler Acting Academy in Hollywood, and I was trained by some very, very wonderful instructors. And I walked the same halls as De Niro and Streep, and even the most recent graduate at the time was Mark Ruffalo. And with that said, I took a lot away from that institution, and I carried it with me even today, the type of training that I had to tap into then. But there was something missing. And again, it goes back to the gatekeepers. It goes back to the auditioning process and just absolutely railing yourself while also something else, maintaining a day job. Mm-hmm. So all of those things, now factor in all of those items that Will said with the day job. And absolutely, you're going to run into the typical, moniker of struggling artist. And that's what brings us here to this day. So I didn't want to struggle. And I said, you know what? I didn't want to struggle. I'm going to write my own material. By golly, I know how to write. I'm a good story writer. I was in journalism. I got, perfect scores in my reading and writing. Let's do it. And so I went for it. I started script writing. Like I said, I had writing experience and I was an English major. And I just honed in and I cultivated my writing prowess, let's just say. And then I bumped into Will a couple years later on the set of a movie that had come down from Los Angeles to film here, called The Battle. And I was still yet an actress, right? And it took a mild case of heat exhaustion and passing out one day on set when we were filming at the Pulga in Mission. Yeah. Yeah. And so when that happened, I met the crew. And I was like, oh, man, this part's fun. I think I like the crew side more. And the creation of everything. And that's when I met Will, and I was
a prop master on that film.
Yeah, I got into the creation aspect of it.
Tell me about your T-shirt. Is that your production company, Mar Motion?
Oh my goodness, yes, It is. This was an accident, by the way. I promise it was an accident.
It's all great.
There's no bad self-promotion.
Exactly.
Oh, shoot. So let me tell you a story about blood tapes. Okay, that's
a great story, by the way.
Yeah, this is another one of our features, and in the spirit of we can do it too with less. We filmed this movie on the iPhone X, which was iPhone 10, whatever. We filmed it on the iPhone 10. And I said, watch, with a good story, we can do it. And we're going to distribute it. What? You're crazy. Whatever. I heard it all. Mm-hmm. But my friend had faith in me. We were able to garner a few other people that had faith in us too. And we shot the movie on this iPhone 10, and it ended up on Amazon Prime. And so it was a very, very positive experience. And that's the blood tapes. And Mar Motion Media is our production company.
Fantastic. I'm so glad you mentioned that. I tell my students all the time, and I've got 2 students here that can vouch for me. I tell them, because I get students that approach me all the time saying, I want to get into filming, and what equipment should I buy? And I tell them, don't buy anything. You already have it in your hands. Just use that. And I would tell my students, just, shoot them. These phones are better quality than a lot of the cameras that were out a few years. Yeah, exactly. So I'm so glad you mentioned that. Thank you for mentioning that.
Oh man, I'm sorry guys. In case
So a good friend of ours once said, just go out and shoot something. And that's what we did. Like, we went out and we shot something, and all the movies that we've made have been, hey, this sounds like a good idea, let's shoot it. One of my all-time favorite movies that we made, unfortunately we're never able to finish it, but it's still my favorite thing that we've ever done. Why? Not because it had the biggest budget, not because it was the best movie we ever made. I mean, I think it is, but I don't think it's the best movie that we ever made, but it's because it brought so many people together. It had a huge crowd.
Yeah.
Nobody got paid on that movie. We didn't get paid. Nobody got paid on that movie. But every night, 100 people showed up to set. Every night. Every night people showed up. Every night people had fun. And every time we bring it up, we have 30, 40 people commenting on it saying, man, that was a good time. Man, that was some real good memories on that movie. And unfortunately, we were never able to finish it. We did kind of like put together like a rough cut, and it's there. Like it's gonna go on Cinesearch. Like we're gonna put it up. We're gonna put it up on Cinesearch. But yeah, like it's not finished. Like some of the sound is not finished, and there are a bunch of scenes missing. But I still think it's my favorite movie that we've ever done. I'm still very proud of it. I'm still very, very want people to watch it, flaws and all. And I wanted to prove a point to people that no matter what you do or what quality of film you have or you make or your ability to make the movie, whether you're Spielberg or Uwe Boll, you deserve to be seen. You deserve to have your movie watched by people. Okay? And that's what we need to get that. That's the kind of mentality that everybody needs, that I think everybody should have.
Yeah.
Wow, I hate to sound like I'm going to date myself with this phrase, like a broken record, right? I'm repeating myself, but I would tell that to my students as well. I was like, when you produce something, you got to show it. Don't just produce something and hide it and don't show it to anyone. Mm-hmm. Show it off to someone. You deserve to show it off as an artist. You're creating a work of art. Show it, showcase it, screen it, show it to people. So thank you for sharing that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm just going to share this video in my next lecture or something. Just watch the video, guys. Okay, just watch it.
No, man, like that's your
I'm going to quiz you afterwards.
Like that's your voice, man. Like you put it to film for a reason. Like you wanted to say something.
Yeah.
Show it to somebody. Show it to one person. Like don't let it fester and
you never know who you're inspiring.
Exactly. Exactly.
And the future is now. The future is coming 1,000 miles per hour without you having a say so. Mm-hmm. You might as well deliver. You might as well put something forth.
Yeah.
And then now you can show it to the world on Cinesearch.
Absolutely.
Right? Yep. Exactly. Yep. That's what we're there for.
So what am I forgetting, guys? What am I forgetting to mention to our viewers?
No, I mean that's pretty much it. It's not really a deep thing, like we want to give people a platform to show their movies and hopefully it'll get them to that next step. Like we're not looking to become rich. We're not looking to become world famous. We want a place where people can go and live out their dream and to have inexpensive fun, like you say, like inexpensive fun where you don't have to subscribe to all these different streaming services to get that, or pay $20 to rent a movie. Mm-hmm. Like to rent a movie that is in theaters, and then it goes to video, then it goes to streaming, then it goes to, like, a lot of these movies. Some of the best movies I've seen never went to theaters, never came out on video, never came out on DVD, Blu-ray, whatever. Like I saw it on YouTube somewhere, I'll give you an example. I saw a movie the other day about a guy. He filmed the movie, and it was I guess he filmed in his garage about a guy who was stuck in a space station, and like it was just him. It was a 20-minute movie. It was just him in a thing, and like he's talking to himself or whatever. And I looked at it, and I'm like, man, this is great. This is great acting, great dialogue. It only has like 2,000 views, and it was 13 years old. And like, I'm like, man, this deserves more views, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the kind of thing that you get lost in the algorithm, and we don't. We want to be able to give people that opportunity to not be stuck in that, not like be discovered 13 years later. I don't know what that guy's doing. I don't know if he's still making movies.
Yeah.
Like that was the only movie on his channel.
Wow. Give us all the Cinesearch social media so that folks out there can go and follow you.
Well, we're I mean, just Google search Cinesurge Entertainment, Cinesurge TV. We're under Facebook under Cinesurge Entertainment, Cinesurge TV, YouTube Cinesurge TV. The website is cinesurge.tv.
From there, you can see all of our socials.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to see that we have a Facebook page, a TikTok, and an Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we have an X going, but
Yeah, I don't know if we've done it. I think we have, but we're focused more on the Facebook and the Instagram and the TikTok and all that stuff. So
Now, how about your individual social media? Do you guys want to put those out?
sure. Christina Trevino, look for me.
Yeah, no, I mean my Facebook is just personal Will Martinez. Like that's all it is. I'm not really you know, I put all my cool stuff on the Cinesurge.
He's cool on the mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm the opposite.
How about Marmotion Media? You guys have social media platforms?
We do. We have a Facebook page with like 400 likes. Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you go to like I said, if you go to cinesurge.tv on October 1st, the Blood Tapes will be on there. The Party at the End of the World will be on there. What's another one? Daddy's Home will be on that.
Daddy's Home as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Like that's all our movies, man. That's all the stuff that we did. A Spear Tip, which is a pilot that we did. That won some awards too.
Yeah, it did
Yeah.
at the International Independent Film Shorts Awards in Los Angeles. It actually got an award there.
Yeah. So yeah, man, we're gonna put all our stuff on there, and hopefully people will see that and be like, you know what, my stuff is better than that. Let me put my stuff on there.
Heck
too.
yeah, that's the spirit.
Yeah, man, you're putting this stuff up on there. Let me get my stuff, man. You know?
Honestly.
Well, I want to say thank you, folks, for coming out, for making the time to come out and visit us and talk to our audience. The doors are always open here on 97.7 FM and in Film in Valleywood. And so, you know, and we're going to talk right after the show's over, and we're going to plan that September 30th, we said.
Yeah. Yes.
Live event, so you'll get to be part of it with us, and as Cinesurge launches, we're going to be bringing you guys some updates and so forth, and we're going to be posting the links on our up here somewhere on our screen and or on the comment section. So be looking forward to that. It's live, but it's gonna, you know, of course, right up here somewhere. So, but you know, go out and give them a follow. Go out and support Cinesurge. And if you're an independent filmmaker or a viewer, you know, reach out to them and be part of Cinesurge. One last time, the website,
cinesurge.tv.
Fantastic. Well, we want to thank everyone that is listening to us over the airwaves on 97.7 FM, listening to us online, watching us over Facebook or YouTube. However it is that you're able to catch our signal, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And thank you, folks, for coming out and making time to
Thanks
talk to
for having
us.
us.
Thanks for having us, man. Thank you so much.
Until next time, keep watching and listening to 97.7 FM, The City.